to start off, I'm going to do, kind of show some major chords here, chords that you'll need to play pretty much most pop songs, rock songs, pretty much any song, just basic major chords. If you're a beginner, you don't know what major means, don't worry about it for now. I'll explain it later. I wanted to start getting some chords under your belt, help you get used to gripping the guitar neck, gripping different shapes, help you start building up hand strength, muscle memory, things like that. So I'm going to cover 3 chords in this first lesson. I'm going to cover the E chord, A, and D. So I'm going to go to a close-up. I'll show you each of those chords, and we'll go from there. Before we get started, I'm going to show you a couple different things here. As we're placing our fingers on the fretboard, I'm going to mention a series of numbers. One's going to be the string. The highest string here is the high E string. That's the first string, and then it goes down from there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. First string through the 6th string. And then I'm going to call out numbers for your fingers. The first finger, second finger, third finger, and fourth finger is your pinky. For instance, if I say first finger, 5th string, 2nd fret, you place it here. 5th string, 2nd fret, 1st finger. So keep an eye on that. Try to keep up. If you need to, of course, you can always pause the video, back it up. So we're going to go over the E chord right now. All major chords are actually, I say all major chords, but the major chords that we're going to be discussing are a series of 3 notes. Those notes are found in the major scale, and they're the first interval, which is also called the root. So again, there's another term you're going to need to know is the root, which is the lowest note in the chord for now. For all you music theory buffs out there, I mean, the root is not always the lowest note, but we'll get to that later. The major third and the 5th. For instance, if we played in the key of G, we would play the major third and the 5th. Those 3 notes make up the chord. Again, we'll get into more of that later. I just want to keep you, keep you fresh with the terminology. So let's take a look at the E chord here real quick. The root is going to be the low E string. This 6th string right here, you're going to play that open, and then you're going to play your 2nd finger on the 5th string on the 2nd fret. You're going to play your 3rd finger, 2nd fret on the 4th string, and then over here you're going to play your 1st finger on the 3rd string on the 1st fret, and then the 2 strings up here you'll play open. So what I want you to try and do when you're gripping this chord is make sure, if you can, I don't know if you can see here, move the camera a little bit here, you can see that my fingers are nice and round. I'm not laying flat like that, they're just a nice round grip. So that way when I strum down the guitar, I don't have any dead spots, as opposed to like that. You don't want that. You want, just make sure you want to get a nice round shape there in your fingers. Get a good grip on the guitar like that. So again, that is the E chord, and I'll show you all these again before before the end of this video. It might be helpful when you're strumming this to make sure you have the sound right. Strum the full chord, and then pick each individual string. That's how you want it to sound. Okay, now let's take a look at the A chord. The E chord used all 6 strings. The A chord, however, we're starting on the 5th string right here, and that's going to be an open. That's the note A. Going down here, we're all 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers are all going to be in the 2nd fret. 1st finger on the 4th string, second finger on the third string, third finger on the second string. And then the high string up here will be played open. So again, you'll want to start with the A string there, the fifth string, and strum down like that. If you can see my pick here, I'm starting with this string right here. Just like that. And there again, once you get the grip, make sure your fingers are nice and round. Get a good grip on it. You don't got to press down real hard, because you'll get get some deep grooves in your finger, and I mean it just starts to hurt after a while. You don't have to grip real hard. Just make sure the string is touching the fret. So there's the A chord again. Play through, just strum down once. Play each note individually. And there's your A chord. Now, we're going to go down to the D chord. The D chord is just like we moved down a string, or moved up a string rather, for the A chord. We're going to move up a string for the D chord. This string right here, the fourth string, is also the D string. So the D is going to be on our root. Place your first finger, the third string, on the second fret. Your third finger, third fret on the second string, and then your second finger goes underneath here on the first string on the second fret. So it kind of looks like that. I don't know if you can see that if I get a little bit wider on it. So it is kind of a difficult grip if you're just starting out here. And again, we're starting on the fourth string and strumming down. Again, if you can see my pick here, this string right here, and strum down. And same thing with this chord, strum it once, and then pick in each individual note. That's the D chord. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to go through each of these three chords, make sure you have a good grip, make sure you can play it all the way through like that. There's the A chord again, and the D chord, make sure you can play it all the way through. No dead spots or no muted strings or anything like that. Okay, now that we have a good grip on these three chords, what I want you to do is I want you to get your metronome out. Hopefully you can see this. What I want you to do is an exercise that I actually picked up from another guitar teacher actually. If you turn the metronome on, turn it to the lowest setting that you can, starting out. This is at 40 beats per minute. It's a very slow tempo. What I want you guys to try and do is each time that beat changes, I want you to try and change your chord grip. What this will do is this will help you build up your muscle memory and help you get used to switching chords. Here, I'll give you an example here. We're at 40 beats per minute, and each beat I'm going to strum a chord. Just like that, nice and slow. I think I actually messed up one of the A chords there. But just make sure you can switch, get a real nice even smooth transition in between each chord. Make sure you get get that timing down, because that'll help you build your muscle memory, and that'll also help you build timing later on. When we start playing songs and things like that, you'll want to keep a good tempo. Make sure you stay on beat. So that does two things for you while you're starting out. So give that a try. Once you get that down, basically that'll mean that you can change chords 40 times in 60 seconds. That's 40 beats per minute. If you'd like, go ahead and up the speed on it to try and get a little bit faster. If you want to go like up the speed as fast as you want, but make sure that you start slow to get that muscle memory. So I think that's it for this lesson. I'll go ahead and move on to the next lesson here. We're going to cover a couple more chords. Thanks.